Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live stream. I'm your host, SSM, and today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, and that's regarding the Apple Metaverse announcement. Not just the Metaverse, Apple mixed reality announcements. There's this major update that is coming that is going to be in an Apple event about virtual reality and augmented reality. And how does this relate to the crypto space? One thing about crypto is this space moves very quickly, and we can't just be jumping on trends just for the fun of it and then buying projects that are related to that trend. But we're going to talk why this thing is going to be something bullish for the crypto space and how you can take good advantage of that. So stay tuned. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the updates. I'm going to talk about the potential for the metaverse, how it relates to the crypto space, as well as projects that take advantage of this. Now, real quick, there are three main projects that will take advantage of the metaverse or announcements like this. Now, there are projects that are solely metaverse projects. Now, these are projects that the metaverse is their bread and butter, like it's all what they're about. And the second types of projects are projects that have metaverse integrated within them. And then there are projects that help the technology of the metaverse move forward. In today's live stream, I'm going to cover all three varieties of crypto projects like that. So if you don't want to miss any of that, be sure to stick around. Share, like, spread the words out there. I'm trying as much as possible to help people navigate the crypto space and make as much gains as they can. Because sometimes in crypto, it's all about moving fast before things become mainstream. And that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be looking at, some of these announcements. We're going to be looking at how we can take advantage of it and how we can move forward with much gains as possible with the crypto space. So yeah, if you look at it now, we would see that Apple is, they are about to they are invested heavily when it comes to AR, when it comes to mixed reality, especially integration of VR and AR. And there's a lot of excitement regarding that. And if you think about it, there are crypto projects that can take advantage of this if the Apple augmented reality or artificial reality starts to kick off, and the apps are being developed for it. Why not develop blockchain apps? Why not develop decentralized applications that can take advantage of that and tap into new markets? I think this is a major thing for the crypto space, especially considering that Apple is one of the few trillion-dollar companies out there. So virtual reality refers to the full immersive experience in a virtual world, while AR refers to a modified view of the real world. Now, before we move into the metaverse projects, what are metaverse projects like? How can we define metaverse projects? So, the metaverse refers to an hypothetical iteration of the internet as a single, universal, and immersive virtual world that is facilitated by the use of VR and AR, virtual reality, and augmented reality. I think that's that's a very good definition, allowing you to be in a new section of the internet where you have a modified view of reality, of how you see things right in front of you. And why do I think, you know, why should this be on the blockchain? That's the real question. I mean, I'm not a fan of investing into projects just because a topic is trending or is hyped. So there should be a good justification for a project to be on the blockchain. Otherwise, we're just in a casino gambling and hoping some buzzwords stick around. So the crypto space has grown, it's come very far. And in today's live stream, I'm not just going to cover projects that will take advantage of these bullish announcements from Apple, but I'm going to cover projects that have actually been building and developing this technology for quite a while. Projects that are actually worth considering when it comes to the metaverse, when it comes to artificial reality. Sorry, why do I keep saying artificial reality? It's artificial intelligence that keeps coming. When it comes to augmented reality and virtual reality. So pay close attention to projects like this. And the reason why I think there's a market for it on the blockchain is, take a look at the statistics right here. The metaverse, based on according to this site on Zipyard, there over is going to be estimated to be over $26 billion by 2027, and over 65 million users are using VR in the United States. And I think, there's a demand for it, there's certainly a market for it, but pay close attention to the fact that this is a technology that is still early. VR, AR is extremely expensive for that reason. It means it's an upcoming technology. So if you're investing in crypto projects that take advantage of VR and AR, put it in mind that you are an investor in a new form of technology. I'm not here to show you coins that will do 100x in 2 months or in a month. That's not realistic. I'm going to be real with you here, but I am bullish on augmented reality. I am bullish on virtual reality because there's certainly a strong demand for it. Gamers, doctors, researchers, scientists, even just enthusiasts have a lot of interest for projects like this. And crypto projects that will take advantage of that will do well. So think about this as a long-term investment. Think about it as buying shares with Apple, or some other with Tesla, when you're investing in artificial intelligence at a very early stage. So after regarding that, when if it comes to, now that I've made my points clear regarding how early we are on this project, and how it's still very expensive and early with this kind of projects, let's look at some projects that will do well with this metaverse narrative, with this artificial intelligence talk, and sorry, I still keep saying artificial intelligence, augmented reality talks and virtual reality talks, especially with the announcements coming up. And the first project that I believe will do very well when it comes to AR and VR is the render token. Now, render token, RNDR, is one that a lot of people have brought up to me on my live streams and even in my Telegram groups. RNDR, I think, will do very well, especially when it comes to this technology, because it's not just a metaverse project per se, but a blockchain tool. And I'm a big fan of that. You must have heard me talking about blockchain tools several times on my channel. Why? Well, RNDR facilitates the easy the means by which VR and AR can become a reality. And I think projects that help with the efficiency of other projects on the blockchain will do well as a result of that. RNDR is sitting at a market cap of $1 billion and 68% in circulation, which is good to see, especially for a high cap. If you take a look at their website, you would see that it's a distributed GPU rendering on the blockchain. So VR and AR, they are graphic intensive process. And instead of just having GPUs that you don't use, why not just use it? It's kind of like, think about it like mining. Instead of using it for mining cryptocurrencies, you're using it to um, lend power for many of these graphic intensive process, like artificial intelligence and sorry, I keep saying artificial intelligence, I'm sorry about that, like augmented reality and virtual reality, artificial intelligence too, why not? So I think this project has a lot of long-term potential. You request a job with render tokens. The people on the blockchain using smart contracts, they get paid with their render tokens for processing jobs. And there are many applications for it. You can use it in media industry, augmented reality, mixed reality, that's AR and VR, gaming, medical, and virtual reality. I think this project is quite unique and is one of the better projects out there. I think this is a project that is not just saying we're doing metaverse, but it's going to make metaverse efficient. And based on that, I think this is a project that is worth investing, especially if you believe that the metaverse technology is going to go far. And one of the reasons why I like RNDR, one of the reasons why it's my first pick today, is kind of the safest pick, because the VR and the AR market is bullish, yeah, and a lot of people are excited about it, but there's no guarantee, there's no 100% guarantee that it's going to kick off. So a project like RNDR is not 100% reliant on the metaverse, even though it's going to be used heavily for the metaverse, but it's not 100% relying on that. If the metaverse doesn't work out, well, you can use the GPU rendering for gaming, you can use this for the movie industry, you can use it for medical science, and many more processes like that. So this is a project that can take advantage of the metaverse hype, but still remain relevant to many other projects in the crypto space. And it's why I'm a big fan of blockchain tools. If you want to know what I think about blockchain tools and many other projects like that, I'm going to share some videos with you by the end of this live stream. So after RNDR, the next projects are projects that are actually high caps, and these are projects that are metaverse projects by themselves, projects that, you know, they are already doing this metaverse thing, but I'm putting them into this live stream because I believe they can take advantage of this hype and this renewed interest in the metaverse. And the first one is one of the best out there, the top metaverse projects in the crypto space, and that's the Sandbox. So Sandbox is your safe and boring pick here. Sandbox, Decentraland. Now, these are projects that are well established within the metaverse narrative and the metaverse space the metaverse narrative in the crypto space. Take, for example, in the last bull run, 2021, when Facebook rebranded to Meta, the Sandbox went all the way up to $8. That's about what, close to a 10x from this point. So that's it went really far, and I think, that shows just how people are so excited and emotionally charged when it comes to crypto. And this project is one of the best out there. I think that can actually ignite a lot of renewed interest when it comes to metaverse projects. Sandbox is great. They've got great marketing, got a lot of A-list celebrities when it comes to promoting the project. And the fact that this project is heavily invested into means they have a lot of funds to keep progressing with how difficult it is for this technology. And I think, this is a good time if you are interested in the metaverse narrative, if you believe it will go far. This is a project that actually takes full advantage of it. There's a lot of integration with many other projects that Sandbox has right now. And look at the partnerships with Snoop Dogg, Walking Dead, Adidas, Smurfs, lots more, Atari, and so on. I think this is a project that is a good one within the metaverse narrative, and with this renewed hype, I think is worth paying close attention to. And like I said, the close second to Sandbox is the Decentraland Mana. So come June, come the announcements and come the hype around metaverse, imagine if somebody wants to make a decentralized application to take advantage of the new Apple VR or AR headsets. There's going to be, a hunger for projects that can take advantage of it. I think Decentraland Mana and Sandbox are very good example of this. So now we're going to move on to projects that have metaverse integrated within them. Now, these are projects that will also take advantage of the hype, but think about it. There are many projects that say, oh, we use NFTs, we have NFTs, and we can also use create these virtual environments for interacting with our audience. So there's a difference between RNDR, which is a blockchain tool that pushes the narrative forward. There's a difference between that and Sandbox, which is all about the metaverse, all about the virtual reality and interacting with other avatars. And now there are projects that have a metaverse aspect to it. Take, for example, one of the projects I talked about recently, Stable Dogs. Stable Dogs is a great project, good DeSci project, but I wouldn't call Stable Dogs a metaverse project, even though it has a metaverse aspect to it, in that it allows you to appear as an avatar, and your doctor also appears as an avatar, and you interact more with each other closely. So the projects I'm about to share with you, they have metaverse integrated with them, but they also lean on it heavily, even though it's not all about it. And the first one that I'm bullish on, I talk about it a lot, is the artificial liquid intelligence. Now, the reason why I added artificial liquid intelligence is just the nature of the crypto space. Now, the crypto space has this close ties and endearments with NFTs. And if we're going to have NFTs, why not make them at a higher level? And it's why I like projects like charged particles and artificial liquid intelligence. Artificial liquid intelligence makes your interaction with AI have a deeper level of realism, and that level of realism is why I consider it to be a good metaverse project, an immersive interaction with a character that you've created using text to character prompts. I think that's very interesting. Artificial liquid intelligence is backed by Binance, Polygon, Alliance, and many more. Got good amount of listings on Coinbase and KuCoin, as well as Binance itself. I think this project is undervalued, especially considering the nature of crypto. So combining artificial intelligence and um, this metaverse narrative, I think this project is has a lot of good things for it. It doesn't just rely solely on the metaverse, but the fact that it has AI too integrated with it, that's two narratives that the crypto space is super bullish on. So I think artificial liquid intelligence is a good one, and I think is a good metaverse pick. If you look at it, many reasons why we like projects on the blockchain: provable ownership, data sovereignty, decentralized interoperability, intelligence customization, and so on. So yeah, I think artificial liquid intelligence is definitely another good one that would take good advantage of it. And the next one is one that I've been avoiding since I created my channel, and that's veracity. Now, there's a lot I like about veracity, but something has always held me back. Maybe I'm wrong. I would be happy if someone corrects me. The tokenomics of veracity is just not good. About 10% in circulation for a $45 million market cap. I like the idea of the project, and I think this is a project that can also take good advantage of the metaverse hype. Aside the metaverse hype, one of the reasons why I like Veracity is it's got a lot more going for it than just that metaverse. They've got ads and a lot of solution to media consumption. So Veracity is a very certainly interesting project on the blockchain, a blockchain company looking to create an entirely new response experience in response to esports, ad tech, and digital rights management. I think that's a very good idea and a good justification to be on the blockchain. Ad tech has $160 billion problem with fraud, and Veracity is going to give a solution to that problem. VeraViews is an end-to-end ad stack solution that combines transparency and accountability. So it's a great project, great idea, and I would also classify it as a metaverse project because it has a lot of online interaction and creating a digital world. I think the main problem with Veracity, and again, if I'm wrong, I'll be happy to be corrected, is tokenomics. 10% in circulation has always been holding me back from this project, but the idea of the project and what they aim to solve, I think is very admirable, and I think it can take the project really far. So another metaverse project that I think is a great one, and this is one that they've been building irrespective of Apple's announcements and updates like that. Projects that have been in the space for quite a while now is Meta Hero. Another project. This is a project that I've gotten a lot of requests to review in my live streams and from DMs in Telegram and Twitter. I think Meta Hero is a good one. It's got a lot of metaverse idea down to the bone. It's got a lot of its main idea is just this virtual reality existing on the blockchain, and I think it's one of the earliest projects out there that has a very low cap when it comes to this. Meta Hero is a deflationary real utility token that uses ultra realistic 3D technology to generate 3D avatars, and that's quite interesting. If you check their website, you'll see that they are already doing this, and they've got people using them all around the world. So Meta Hero, and another one that is similar to that is OVR, over reality. So these are two projects that they've been within this metaverse narrative, and they are going to keep building as the technology is progressing. So as an investor, if you want to get in early on a low cap metaverse projects, I think they are good examples: OVR and Meta Hero. Meta Hero is currently sitting at a market cap of just what, $11 million, 22% in circulation. I think OVR can also take advantage of the metaverse hype. And if you are going to invest in this as a technology for the future, you're thinking 2024, 2025. I think these are projects that have good long-term potential because they've had the time to keep building and keep developing this technology with many others just on the blockchain and in a decentralized manner. So the next one I'm going to cover is not a low cap, but still a project worth investing in if you're a fan of technology or decentralized science, and how it can be advanced on the blockchain, which includes the metaverse, and that's Cambria. The main idea of Cambria sitting at the market cap of just 7 million. The main idea of Cambria is deep tech. How this knowledge, how this innovation can be advanced on the blockchain. Cambria is an open, innovative platform for AI, robotics, blockchain, VR, AR, Internet of Things, and so on. Using the platform, you can find researchers, you can contribute to research and get rewarded with it. So this is another project that is within the same vein of RNDR, in that it's not directly a metaverse project, but it can also take advantage of it is in the form of technologies, emerging technologies, and how it can be advanced. I'm a big fan of decentralized science narrative, and Cambria is one that I think is a good example of that. Cambria can, help forward knowledge and forward learning using blockchain technology. And another good example of that is Singularity Net. Now, one of the reasons why I'm a big fan of Singularity Net is the ecosystem. Now, if you look at Singularity Net's ecosystem, it uses this artificial intelligence, the whole idea of artificial intelligence, to forward many other kinds of projects on the blockchain. Take, for example, Hypercycle, Singularity DAO, and so on. And they've got a very interesting one that is, within the metaverse, that is about to launch very soon, and that's Sophiaverse. Sophiaverse starts with NFT-based gameplay and marketplace, evolving into a full-fledged environment and API for game integration into the multiverse. Now, let's take a deeper look at Sophiaverse and why I'm adding Singularity Net to my metaverse pick list. Sophiaverse is a project that has an intense focus on AI, but making your experience on the blockchain using VR and AR more interesting. An age of singularities metaverse using hive mind learning and so on. So Sophiaverse has a lot of metaverse integration with it, and I think this project, I'm bullish on it. The idea of it, if you look at their Twitter, you would see cross metaverse interoperability driving the Sophiaverse vision. So this is an example of the kind of projects within the Singularity Net ecosystem. And if you're bullish on um, technologies like artificial intelligence, AR, VR, the metaverse, and how it can progress on the blockchain, I think Singularity Net is a great project that can give you a good investment, especially if you think about it, the ecosystem and how many more projects you are indirectly investing into. So Sophiaverse, Singularity Net, I think those are also great picks for the metaverse projects. And if on the last project on my list today is Hustle. Now, Hustle is a project that uses as a integration, metaverse integration into its idea, meaning it's not just all about the metaverse, but it makes good use of the metaverse. Now, this is a project that I made a live stream on way over here, and it went on to do over a 2x from that point. And if you look at this live stream, if you look at my videos on it, the main reason when I was talking about ultimate degen portfolio, the main reason why I said hustle is a good idea is because even though there are many music, there are few, not many, there are few music NFT platforms. We've got audios, we've got entertainment platforms like Gala and Hello Labs. I picked the Hustle project because I said this project has a unique selling point of the metaverse. And this evidence is there for you to go watch. And these are the things you look out for when investing in a project that is building low cap and within a narrative that can be bullish. Music, NFTs, celebrities shilling their own projects. If you look at some trends that are coming up now, music has not yet had its own big time on the blockchain. We've got art, but now musicians are interested in the blockchain as well. So a project like the Metaverse, like Hustle, is making good use of music NFTs and having the unique selling points of the metaverse. And I made it clear that this is the reason why I'm invested in this project, and this is the reason why it's good to diversify your portfolio in different narratives, because once people started talking about the metaverse, Hustle went on to do over a 2x from that point in the live stream. Not just that, we talk about it a lot on our patrons in the inner circle and on the Telegram group. So if you really want to make good gains in the crypto space, if you want to stay ahead of the herd, well, the results speak for themselves. Consider joining my Patreon. Links in the description. We've talked about many other projects, freelancing, decentralized science, many other narratives that have good justification on the blockchain. And more than just that, there's a lot of issues with crypto, right? It's difficult to navigate. Very difficult to navigate, especially in the bear market. And how can you take advantage? How can you manage your portfolio? How can you take advantage of trends and pumps, stuff like that, BRC20 tokens, and so on? We cover that in our patrons. Links in the description. Consider joining it if you are interested in making good gains in the bear market and even bigger crazy returns in the bull run. So the Hustle is a very good example of a project that has good addition of the metaverse, and I think this project will keep going up, because whether it's music, whether it's the metaverse, Hustle projects will take good advantage of that, especially for the long run. So my targets for the Hustle project, when it comes to long term, I invested in this project a very long time ago, and I've talked about it a lot now. I've made several videos on it. I think this is a project that can easily reach $100 million in market cap. So that's more than 100x from this point. And the reason why I say it is it might be difficult to see it now, especially because we're in the bear markets. But trust me, the crypto space is crazy. And if there's a project that is forming connections with celebrities and how they can keep growing as an entertainment platform, those projects are the ones that do have explosive growth in bull runs. So a project that's like Hustle, that is a music NFT platform, and some celebrities, let me bring up their Twitter. You'd see some celebrities already talking about it, using it. When the bull run comes, these are projects that can easily reach $100 million in market cap. Right now, Hustle is sitting at less than 500K in market cap. To reach 100x from this point, that's about $50 million in market cap. I think this is very possible for this project. So people are talking about Hustle right now as a metaverse play. I think that's something I've been talking about for weeks now. Getting in early in crypto is a major deal, guys. So if you want to, don't forget, if you want to join that. I don't think Rocky is a good one. They don't really have good tokenomics. So I think Hustle is a much better play. So yeah, if you look at their Twitter, you would see, celebrities talking about it. They are adding gaming aspects to their metaverse. They're adding fun aspects that people can connect with their celebrities, have concerts, and so on. A good use of the metaverse, a good use of it on the blockchain. I think this is a real low cap gem, especially for the long term. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to stop there. Those are the picks I have for today's video. Most of these projects, some of my favorites within them, are not just projects that are all about the metaverse, but they have good use of metaverse and they have good integration of the metaverse on their platform. And I like blockchain tools, especially RNDR, and how it aims to provide GPU rendering for the metaverse. So if you don't want to miss that, oh yeah, another thing, I'm going to be coming out with another buy alerts for my patrons. Highly undervalued micro cap, and this is a project that whether or not I talk about it, it's going to do well. It's going to keep growing. It's going to keep advancing for the long term. So just the point of the Patreon is not just buy alert. You get in early on great projects. That's a sweet plus, but you also get one-on-one conversations, mentorships, entry strategies, exit strategies. I'm a big fan of all of that, and how you can remain control, manage your emotions, and progressing successfully in the crypto space. So, without wasting much more of your time, let me quickly address the comments and then we can call it a day. Thank you so much for joining us, Rusmita. I really appreciate you. Colin, Beats DP, Matt. Yeah, Meta Hero is one of my metaverse picks in today's video. I think this is a project that has a good advantage when it comes to the metaverse because they've been building on the idea of the metaverse even without Apple's announcement, and that's a big deal. So, Meta Hero is definitely a low cap gem when it comes to this. It's got use case with e-commerce, gaming, and so on, healthcare. I think there are good uses. There's a good justification of the metaverse on the blockchain. Meta Hero being one of the best, one of the earliest out there with this technology, is a good thing. Let me address another comment. Hello, Crypto Caleb. Lisurland, it's nice to have you. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Hustle. I've been talking about it way before this metaverse hype. Mart, it's good to have you here. Awesome projects for the metaverse. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate you coming. Okay, so yeah, any low cap, there's a new low cap metaverse project I would like to share with you. I think this project has over 100x potential as well because it's a micro cap gem, and that project is going to be on my patrons. I'm sorry I can't share that with you right now, but I did share Hustle, and Hustle went on to do over a 2x. I've shared a lot of freebies on my channel. If you guys want that, it's always good to turn on notification as well. But there are some gems I just have to share with just the patrons. Does Gala fall into the metaverse? Yeah. What are my thoughts on Gala tokens on the next bull? Well, I think Gala is actually undervalued, to be honest, because the Gala token has a lot of ideas within it. Is going to be the go-to platform for entertainment within crypto, and I think that's a big deal. If you look at projects like Axie Infinity has just one game, and it went on to do close to what $5 billion in market cap. Gala Gala Games has much more than just a simple game. It's a platform that has Gala films, Gala music, it has games on it, and at the idea of Gala Games is just to be the go-to space for entertainment within the crypto space, and I'm bullish on that idea. The main complaints I've seen with Gala Games are the tokenomics, but other than the tokenomics, the interest is there. I think Gala Games is definitely going to keep going high, especially if you consider the fact that a lot of projects, when the bull run comes, they usually outperform their previous all-time highs. I think Gala Games can definitely accomplish it. It had an all-time high of what? Sorry, let me bring it up. All-time high of about 3.4.5 billion dollars approximately. So, and it's currently sitting at $200 million in market cap. 5x to $1 billion, another 5x, that's about 25x from this point. I think that's easy. That's going to be something that Gala Games can achieve because they have actually grown. They've gone more now than they were before. So Gala Games is a great long-term hold. Regarding whether or not it's a metaverse project, well, I would say most gaming projects within the crypto space can claim to be a metaverse, especially if you are going to be using your avatar to interact with other avatars in the crypto space on the blockchain. I mean, look at this, the Galaverse, the idea of having a section of the internet where you can virtually interact and connect. The metaverse is just an idea of artificial intelligence. Why do I keep saying artificial intelligence? Virtual reality and augmented reality mixed together. So I think even if they don't have specific dApps for VR or AR right now, it can easily be developed using on the Gala platform. Projects would want to list it on the Gala platform for exposure. So I think Gala is definitely a great long-term hold when it comes to that. I've discussed quite a few. Is the music? Yeah, I think music hasn't had its run yet on the blockchain. We've seen good use cases. There's a great justification. Record labels have these issues with not being fair to artists or musicians. You can sign on contracts that is not going to be rewarding for the musicians. So I really think music has its own place on the metaverse. Within crypto on the blockchain. And unlike art, music hasn't seen its own big run yet. So I really think music projects will have their own time. I think projects like Audios, projects like Hustle, I think they are going to have a very big run on the blockchain. Yeah, music will have its own separate nices when famous celebrities join, and then you see rallies like never before. I completely agree with you on that. Holo Loot, huge potential. Okay, let me quickly check this project and then I would call it a day. Holo Loot. I've never heard of this project before. So, okay, 42%, but it's a self-reported circulating supply. 525K in market cap. I'm going to check the explorers and see what's up with it, as well as the white paper. Let's quickly look at that. I like reading the white paper, and you guys should try as much as possible to read white papers on projects. A home for Web3 augmented reality collectibles. HoloLoot brings the metaverse to life, letting you interact with and trade AR. Let's see, how long has this project been around? So, because there are going to be many projects that are saying, oh, we are metaverse projects. Okay, this project has been here for a while now. It's been here since 2021. It's been beaten down real bad, like real bad. Why? I would like to know why it's been beaten down this much. HoloLoot introduces the first AR NFT generator marketplace and metaverse designed for widespread adoption by AR industry veterans. It combines the latest developments in augmented. Okay, so I think the project has been here for a very long time. Perhaps they don't have a working product yet. They have an app. Okay, let's quickly see what the reviews will be like. Over, it's in another language, Polish. So yeah, I'm going to have a deeper look into this project. Even if it's going to be a metaverse project, and try to take advantage of the projects I've covered today. These are projects I think will do well, even if Apple wasn't going to make the announcement about the metaverse. Take for example, look at Sandbox, look at Decentraland Mana. Those are projects that they don't need Apple to become trending or to become popular. They're already big projects within crypto space, and they're already invested in that technology. So you have to be careful about projects that are just popping up that are saying they are also metaverse projects. But I will have a deeper look at HoloLoot. Thanks for bringing it up, Raphael. I appreciate it. What is my take on the ledger recovery? Well, I'm really glad you asked this question because it's painful. I just got a ledger about how many 2 weeks ago. I made a whole video about it, about the importance of self-custody, only for ledger to come around and make this horrible announcement. So what I think about it is there's a large amount of fear in the markets regarding ledger. This is the video I made about it here. There's a large amount of fraud going on, and it's actually justified because the reason why people invested in a ledger is because there's no reason for our keys to ever leave the device, and that doesn't make much sense. It doesn't make sense for people to invest into the idea of your company because they believe it's never ever going to leave their hardware device, only for the project to go ahead and then say that with a firmware update it's actually possible to export your private keys. So I would look for an alternative if you are paranoid and crazy about security on the blockchain. But if you are not that crazy about it, if you're not that paranoid, I don't think Ledger is going to start stealing people's keys. I don't think they're going to start exporting it without permission. I still think Ledger is secure. It's just a breach of trust. It doesn't make sense. So I think Ledger is still secure. I think Ledger is still safe. It's an optional aspect to the firmware updates. You don't need to do it, but it's a breach in our trust because it's not an open source software, it's a closed source software. So if you haven't gotten a hardware wallet, I would recommend looking at alternatives like Tangem from my good friend Crypto Grinds. You can check out his channel and his video on Tangem hardware wallets, as well as Trezor hardware wallets. I think those are great examples. So yeah, that's it for this video. And guys, don't forget, I'm coming out with a buy alert on a low cap gem this week. If you don't want to miss out on that, if you don't want to miss out on many more within the crypto space, I consider joining the Patreon. So what are my thoughts on Tangem wallets? Well, my friend, I really trust my friend Crypto Grinds. I don't have any experience with Tangem wallets. Let me see, Crypto Grinds. I don't have any experience with Tangem wallets, but he recommends it, and I think if he can vouch for it, then I'm also with that. So yeah, it's open source. There's no risk of your keys ever leaving your hardware device. I think that's bullish for that project. So I'm going to share this project with you. You should check it out, the Tangem crypto wallet from my good friends Crypto Grinds. If you haven't subscribed already, please be sure to subscribe. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this month. I believe we can do that. Yeah, I'm going to share the link in the comments now to this video. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, that's it for this live stream. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I really appreciate every single one of you. And I hope to see you next time. Stay safe and take care, guys. Bye bye.